Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 26th of January to the 1st of February 2015. As you probably know, we're in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, and this time it's Aquarius. So Mercury is normally where we tune in to our thought forms and we process them and we create them into reality through words and actions. But when Mercury is in its more yin aspect, when it's more magnetic, when we take it inwards, then we're looking at the inner narrative, we're looking at the discourse that goes on in our minds. We've got a chance to actually see how we're talking to ourselves, what kind of thoughts we're tuning into, and what kind of actions those create. So it's a very inward aspect. It's not great for pushing forwards and planning and rational logic, but it is good for us to go in and actually observe the mind. So see if you can catch yourself this week. See if you can let the emotions be the compass and the trigger for you to actually then go and have a look at what you're saying, because what you're feeling is a result of the dialogue that's going on inside. So it's a great week as well for looking at dreams, where your intuition comes from, flashes of brilliance with Aquarius as well. So there's a lot coming through. Might be unusual thinking, might be challenging old thought patterns, or it might be flashes out of the blue. But there's a link here for us to actually go and explore our own minds, where we're thinking, what we're thinking, how we're thinking, and what that's creating. So most people don't enjoy the Mercury aspect in retrograde because they feel that their plans aren't going right, they're not controlling their lives as much as they could, things aren't happening the way that they want them or decree them to. But how about we actually go in and enjoy this aspect? How about we actually go in and work with that inner magnetic energy and get to know our own inner controller, our thinker, our creator, our manifester, and see if we can tune into higher thought forms. See if we can look at the wonder of where our inspiration comes from and explore our dream states, meditation, trance. Those bigger realms are all up for exploration. And there can be some very inventive ideas come through as a result of that. So it's a chance to break old thought patterns, break old behaviour patterns, and actually change our lives. But majorly assisting this week is a stellium in Pisces. Stellium is when 3 planets are together. So by Tuesday we have Venus going into Pisces. Now Venus is what we love, who we love, how we love. It's our values, it's our heart. So Venus in Pisces shows us what we love on a spiritual level. It's a connection to the soul. So the soul is the record of the emotions and the heart and what we're actually loving and desiring. And the soul actually records all of that. It's almost like the record of your life, if you think of it that way. So instead of pushing forwards in this Mercury retrograde and instead of trying to be rational and control, we've got a chance now to go in and explore our soul desires, where we're really coming from, what we really came here to do, rather than just the physical mental plans of what we think we should do or what we've decided to do, pushing forward those plans. It's a bit more of a, well, what did my soul come here to do? What really matters to me? Where are my values? And what's my connection spiritually? So there's a lovely aspect there coming in on Tuesday, but then by Wednesday we have Venus, Neptune and Mars all very close together in Pisces. So we've spoken about Venus, but Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So Neptune is our high priestess, our spirituality, our tuning fork. So we've got a chance to actually go in through the heart and soul and find what's resonant, what's pure, what's coherent, and actually begin to sing and chime that tone evocatively. And with Mars there as well, that's where we take our life force energy and direct it. It's our spiritual warrior. So once we've gone in through the heart with Venus and we've cleansed and resonated to the purest tone with Neptune on a soul desire level, then we can actually take that and direct it with Mars. But there's no real action required because of this retrograde period. So when I say direct it, I literally mean stoke the fire inside, because whatever's growing inside of us, whatever we're passionate about, that's what we actually magnetize to us. So that direction can be very passive in a way. It can just be stoking the fire, the passion, the motivation and the soul desire, and keeping that flame alive. And this is beautiful because it's the perfect time of year to do this as we come to the celebration of the quickening, which happens at the beginning of February, which is to do with stoking the heart flame, which is to do with that purity of spring, that spark of life returning to the planet, and just tending that flame and letting that glow and grow as the daylight hours extend with the sun's rebirth. So we've got a nourishing the heart flame aspect that's so soulful and so deep. I don't think that we can put our attention too much to the intricacies of any plans that don't go right with the Mercury retrograde. I think we can put all of that stuff on hold for a while and just purify on an inner level. So a very intricate, a very soulful story going on this week. So to recap, we have Venus going into Pisces on Tuesday the 27th for a couple of weeks, showing us our soul desire and our soul love. We have Venus, Neptune and Mars actually creating that passion and that inner flame and nourishing that, but we're not to push outwards too much or to try and control or to try and use our power externally if it's not aligned. Just make sure that you're being your truest self, and then whatever happens on the outside will be powerful, it will be soulful, and it will happen without us having to do anything or control anything externally. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. For anyone in London, I have a talk this week on the astrology of 2015, and that's going to be on Thursday, and I'll post a link under this video, so please do come along on Thursday if you'd like to explore the energies that are coming up on a yearly level and how you can work with them more so that you can actually plot and plan ahead. It's more to do with a forecast, so with a forecast we see what's coming up and then we can prioritise and pace ourselves, and we're doing the right thing at the right time. So please do feel free to check the link below and come along to that talk. Or if you'd like to see me in person or on Skype, then I'm always available for readings and courses and lessons. So please do come along and contact me, zoehines7@gmail.com, if you're interested in having a personal reading, or if you're interested in any of my courses so that you can learn some of these arts for yourself. So have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week.